Here we go, here we go, here we go. Part 2. Like I mentioned before, I was going to put up a Thorn guide. This is going to be that Thorn guide. Oh boy. What is happening? Oh, what is happening? This is new. Okay. That's weird. That was really weird. Let me go into champions, select Thorn. Here he is. The creepy tree guy. The creepy tree guy. All right, folks, this is Thorn, the creepy tree guy. So what creepy tree guy does, let's give him his cooldowns real fast and his infinite energy. He's going to do 13, 13, 16. Really cool thing about his third attack there is that it will reach out and pull people into you, dealing 16 damage, giving you 6 health back. Really good attack, really interesting attack, to be honest with you. I like how he also attacks only one of his arms. He never uses the second arm, the little wimpy arm. He never uses the wimpy arm. He uses his hefty arm all the time. He has Leeching Thorns, which is on his right click. What this does is you can throw a thorn into people. The initial hit will deal 12 damage. Not only that, but over 4 seconds, you're going to be dealing 4 damage to each target hit. So 4 damage to him, 4 damage to him. And then since you hit 2 targets here, you're going to be getting 8 health off of each one over the 4 seconds. So I just got 16 health for hitting 2 targets with my thorns. If you hit 1 target twice with your thorns, you'll deal 24 damage and then 4 damage over time to them. So you deal like 28. So after that 4 seconds, you'll deal like up at most 28 damage and only have received 8 health from him. So let's go for Burrow here. What it does is you go onto the ground, you get 100% movement speed, and when you pop up, you stun somebody for a split second and deal 14 damage. All right, good stuff, right? Actually, it's a really good move, especially if you're fighting melee with somebody and you're just like, well, I don't want to be here. Push it again, boink. Oh, you can also push this. You can either go for the whole duration of Burrowed, or you can literally press space again and just cancel it, just so you can do it again. Q. His Q is, I think I know. You guys know exactly what this Q button does. Let me see if I can remind you real fast. So what Q does is you take your big hand and you summon another big hand and you walk away from it and you pull the mid into you and you slice it and you swipe it and you smack it again, and then you get the mid taken from you by every Thorn that plays this game, right? Remember that? Remember that? Yeah, I bet you guys do. The other cool thing about this ability is that if you put it past a bunch of enemies, it'll pull all the enemies into you in this like straightish line and deal 12 damage to each and every one of them hit by this Q. It's really good for dispositioning people and repositioning people as well, because you can go ahead and do this and scoop yourself away. Now I'm over here. Oh, you're gonna come at me? I don't think so. I'm gonna entangle you, and then pop goes a weasel. Get wrecked. What I just used there was his entangle ability. It's in this skill shot form. It's gonna cast Entangle on somebody, which grants them a shield and makes them unable to move or cast abilities for 2.5 seconds, healing you for 16 health. Over 2.5 seconds? Yes, over that 2.5 seconds, you'll heal for 60 health, and they will get a 20 shield. So that's why when I hit him like this, I hit the shield for 14. That's what the parentheses numbers means. Another important ability. Let me go over here real fast. Okay, so we can do this, do Entangle on him. Oh, my teammate's dead. Right. Another important ability is your R. When you cast R on yourself, it gives you a little bit of a shield, and then if anybody decides to touch you in an AoE radius around them, they will deal 10 damage to everything around them. So you can use this to hurt. He shoots him, hurts this guy next to the other guy here. So it's very, very good for if your teammates are getting not comboed. If they're being attacked by multiple people, you can just barbed husk up, and then if they choose to continue hitting you, they are screwed. They are screwed. And the shield on that is a 10 damage. How big is the shield? 50. It heals you. It gives you a 50 shield that they have to break through in order to actually touch your HP, which is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. It's crazy. All right. So his F, his ultimate is Deadly Thorns. Dead Roots. So what this does is you go across a bunch of enemies dealing 16 damage, and if they sit in this the entire time they're sitting in this, they're snared. What's the snare? The snare is 40% movement. 40% movement snare for 0.5 seconds. It also deals 56 damage over time. So a really good combination with this is to do this here and combo with your space button. so that you can pop them into the air and stun them, and they're still, even though they're popped into the air, they're still getting hurt by the thorns. That's why using his no escape ability is really good. What this does is when he uses, when he uses his ult, you're immediately put into your borrowed form so you can pop people up. And they won't know where you are because they're too busy looking at this giant mess of, like, thorns. They're like, wait, where'd you go? What? Oh, no, he got me. All right, very, very good stuff here. So he has 2 EX abilities as well as such as every character does. One is on his right click. So instead of just throwing 2 thorns, you throw a storm of thorns that will deal 40 damage. If you hit one target, this deals 40 damage and inflicts thorns to everybody hit. So this is a good way to, like, kind of just, like, spray and pray and hopefully get everybody with thorns so you can get a ton of health. Because remember, for every target that has thorns put on them, it deals 12 damage. Well, sorry, this one deals 10 damage if you hit somebody with it. But if you get the whole thorn meter on them, then you're going to get 8 health back over 4 seconds when you do that. So the more people that are thorned, the more health you get back, the longer you get to live. And the other one is on his space bar. So what you do is you waste a bar of energy and you take an ally with you to wherever you want. The cool thing about this ability is that it does pop them up and deal 14 damage, just like if you were using your regular space. You pop them up for a split second, stun them, and then you do 14 damage. Really cool ability. Again, really cool ability. Now let's go into his Battlerites really quickly. The one Battlerite I take off the bat is his Regrowth. What this does is every time he auto attacks, he gets the ability, Regrowth, this Regrowth bar, and as you can see down on the bottom left, down here, it stacks up to twice, so you can get this ability to max out at 2 with that. So you have to hit twice. Hit twice, your Regrowth is maxed out, and what this does is it reduces all damage that you take by 10%. So even if you're attacking this guy and this dude decides to shoot you, you take 10 less damage from everybody, from all the enemies. Really good ability. Really stinking good ability. I love abilities that reduce damage and stuff like that. So this one here is Neurotoxin. What this does, if you have thorns on somebody, they do 20% less damage to the target they are attacking, and if they are support, then they heal 20%. So if they normally heal you for 20, and you did that to them, they heal for nothing, is the idea. It's a pretty good ability, not gonna lie. So we do this one here too as well. Hamstring Brairs. So what this does is, let me move over here really fast. So what this does is if you have thorns on somebody, you not only do your thorns damage and get some HP from them, and they not only take over the 4 seconds of time, they take 4 damage, you gain 8 health, you snare them and make them do 20% less damage output and healing output, which is, again, a really good way to nerf. You're nerfing people in game. Crazy good shit. Now, another ability that I would take, absolutely would just take, is the critical backlash. What this does is, if you're going to go in and use your Barbed Husk, what this does is every time your Barbed Husk is hit and you inflict damage to somebody, you also put thorns on them. And remember what happens when you put thorns on people? You're literally getting free health as long as you walk away from them. You're just getting free health, and they're taking 4 damage over 4 seconds. So every second they're taking one damage. Crazy stuff. I'm gonna also bring No Escape. The reason why is because I think I should. Yeah, I did show this before. Yeah, because when you use your No Escape, what this does is you do your ult, and you're automatically put into your borrowed form. So that means you can use your borrow twice, which is really cool. So that means we can go into our ulti here, be in the borrowed form, pop people up, and then use our EX to get away if you want to, or save an ally if we want to. The other cool thing about this too is that, say if my ally is stuck in between these guys, I can literally put myself into this fight and take my ally with me, so they won't even know what happened to him. So the important way to fight with this guy is to get your thorns on somebody and start fighting them, so your regrowth will take effect and you'll take 10% less damage, and they're doing 20% less damage. So in total, you're taking 30% reduced damage when you have your regrowth and thorns on a target, on yourself and on a target. Again, really good way. This is how I like to fight. So if I'm fighting this dude, I'm like, here, put thorns on him, He's going to attack me. I don't think so. Here's my Barbed Husk. I have a 50 shield, and you're going to get thorns again. Just keep your thorns on people. Just keep your thorns on people, so you're always getting health back. And along with you always getting health back, they're always taking damage. Because the idea is that you want to do chip damage. So every time, like you're doing, if you guys play Pokemon, you have the Rocky helmet on, the Rocky Helmet Rough Skin or Rocky Helmet Iron Barbs that you would use on like a Pharaoh Thorn or you would use on a Garchomp. Like when somebody hits you, you're like, hit me with the physical attack. Just fucking hit me with the physical attack and watch what happens. Watch what happens. They take so much damage from that. That's your play style. You want them to fight you. Like, you want them to fight you. So the entire time they're not fighting you, use your abilities to keep your allies safe and stay far away and just be supportive. Just be supportive and get your thorns on people. Get free HP. Put your barbs on them if you can. You know, tug people off of them, like away from them. Here, let me get my teammate out of here. Let me be the wall. I'm in the way, dude. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna go for him? You gotta go through me. Like, just be the bodyguard. Be the bodyguard for your teammate. And then again, if you're the one getting attacked, just go ham. Get your abilities out there. Go ham. Fight me. You want to fight me? Let's go. Let's go. You fight me, you're gonna get pricked. Listen, I got a bunch of little pricks. They all around me. Look at those guys. Just saying. But if you have a different way of playing Thorn, let me know in the comment section down below. This is my build here. This is completely my opinion on a build. The only other ability that I might want to take is the one that makes you invisible when you're borrowing. But I feel like you don't need that because this is hard to see in the heat of battle. Just like that little root is hard to see in the heat of battle. So I think this is a pretty decent build. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys enjoy it, let me know in the comment section below. Obviously, leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. It'll be some gameplay on Thorn, so I hope you're ready for that, boys and girls. And I will see you guys on the battlefield. Battle right all night to party.